It's time once again for Let's Sue Disney! Well, hello there, and welcome to another exciting episode of Let's Sue Disney. Let's meet today's contestants. Let's say hello to our returning champion. She's an Avenger, the star of Black Widow, and the latest woman to accuse Disney of unfair business practices. Meet Scarlett Johansson. She's the star of La La Land, and said yes to being in the worst idea for a Disney film since Tomorrowland and A Wrinkle in Time. Meet Emma Stone. And finally, let's meet today's challenger. She's the wife of John Krasinski, and the reason why Scarlett Johansson became Black Widow in the first place. Say hello to Emily Blunt! What does Marvel boss Kevin Feige have to say about all this? We'll find out today on Let's Sue Disney!
Feeling run down? Don't have the energy you used to? You want to put the zest back into your step? Then you need Superman Lizard Vitality! It's got everything you need to get your groove back. 100% guaranteed effective. Just look at what's done for me. And enter the code Universalist at checkout to get a free subspace shipping on your order. So don't delay. Get your 30-day supply for only $29.99 quatloos. Don't be a tool of the Galactic World Order. Get yours now. Ah!
Finally, a chicken I could put my blessing behind. Say yes to Pop Yes Chicken, the official chicken of Popabaiga. The only chicken you'll need for your salvation. Even that Shlomo guy likes it.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
Say yes to Pop Yes. It's heavenly.
All right, that's enough of that. Hey, everybody. House in the morning. WNBC. WNBC. How you doing out there, everybody? Time for another episode of N.A.P.S. More Fury. I can't chat, but I have you playing in the background until I get to the hospital. Oh, geez. Well, wish your dad well, you know. Sadly, yeah, we have lost a member of our audience, Sith Lord. He'll be sorely missed. You know, that's, but as they say, the not diminishing anything, the show must go on. So how's everybody doing? Listen, I have a special guest, actually. You've seen him at various Walmarts. Hope everyone's well. Have a great day. Hail Rob, can be part of the chat today. God bless for work. Thank you very much. We're working on that. We're getting the AdSense and everything else straight now. I have a special guest today. He is a relative newcomer to the world of YouTube and to our community. Please welcome our special guest, N.A.P.S. Alaska. Gnome, as you can see, he's in a very festive mood today. So, yeah. So, N.A.P.S., what brings you here? Man, a few words, that N.A.P.S. Alaska. So, anyway, N.A.P.S., how you doing? It's good to have you on part of the show. And listen, we'll have him pop in from time to time. And we will check back. Speaking of things that are festive, speaking of things that are of the season, Christmas season, so a lot of the hubbub has been going around about this show, Santa Inc. For everyone who hasn't seen it yet, listen. I didn't want to go in cold and not take a look at the material. So I sat down, I watched it shortly before starting today. It is pretty bad. It is bad. There is not a single laugh in it. I just watched the first episode, mind you. But pretty much Gnome's reaction. That was my reaction. So yeah. Now listen, I have I love things that are funny. I love Christmas specials. Charlie Brown, Santa Claus is coming to town, Rudolph, Frosty's. Listen, I get the idea. It is supposed to be a takeoff on the old Rankin Bass Christmas special. Santa Claus is coming to town, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, that kind of stuff. But the thing is, and I understand who this is made by, but at the same time, nobody said at all during the writing process, whoa, stop, wait a minute, this is terrible. Listen, I'm not a prude, okay? I can handle raunchy humor. Okay, I love Rick and Morty. I love one of my favorite movies is Life of Brian. And certainly you're not shocking me by doing this kind of humor. However, I have to take issue with that. This is just humor that is just crude and crass just for shock's sake. And, the whole thing, oh, well, maybe it's time for a female Santa. Santa's all the Santas have been old white dudes. I'm like, really? I mean, you're really going there with this. You really do think that this is, oh, well, yeah, this is edgy. Yeah, oh wow, this is going to piss people off. It's only pissed people off in the fact that Seth Rogen somehow is still making money. And the fact that Seth Rogen and Sarah Silverman are out there and they're calling people ists, phobes, and whatever in order to cover up the fact that they have made something that is so terrible, something that is beyond. It's not even beyond. It's beyond being unfunny. This is something you should probably be ashamed of. This is something that should be forgotten and forgotten quickly. Well, granted, I've only watched the first episode, but if this is any indication, to what the rest of the episodes are like, then I doubt it's going to get any better. Yeah, I'll check the Rotten Tomatoes. But, listen. The other thing, too, is it does have a decent cast. I'll give him that. Craig Robinson, Maria Bamford. I like Maria Bamford. I really do. I like Maria Bamford. She's actually a very funny lady. I've been a fan of hers for quite a long time. Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes, it currently is at 3%. It currently is, it's hanging around 3%. It's probably not going to get any better. The other thing, too, is I've never been a fan of Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen has always mystified me as to why they would insist on making him a leading man, as to why Hollywood and the film and TV industry keep giving him work. And I've said before, and I've said it again. I'll say it again. Now that I suspect for a long time, Seth Rogen, the only reason why he was in the film and TV industry was because he was people's supplier. In my opinion, mind you, in my opinion. Now that weed has been legalized in California, it's been legalized for some time, why does he still have a career? I've coughed up things funnier than Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen is, in my opinion, a talentless hack. He is worse than a talentless hack. He is a talentless hack, yet people keep insisting to me that he is funny and that he is talented and that he is a good writer. He is not. And this is the kind of thing you get when you indulge that kind of non-humor. You get Santa Inc. And Sarah Silverman is just as equally unfunny, in my opinion. Sarah Silverman is like a little kid that learns a curse word and repeats it in front of everybody, in front of your parents and guests at a party. And they do it. The more he says it, the more people get angry. Oh my God. Oh. And he just keeps saying it over and over and over again. At some point, the shock wears off and you're just like, okay, just shut up. Okay. Sarah Silverman she once compared herself to being Archie Bunker. Archie Bunker would have had her in tears. Okay. Archie Bunker would have called her a little you-know-what, and she would have run off. Weed, cushions. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Mr. Roboto, no, I did not see Pineapple Express. To me, there is no such thing as brilliant pot humor. Because merely the fact that I've known stoners, and stoners will generally watch anything. Stoners tend to have low standards when it comes to humor. I can't remember who it is, but there's a guy on YouTube. He does a comparison of he does a great breakdown of a movie like The World's End and what was the End of the World movie that Seth Rogen made? Or he does a breakdown of Shaun of the Dead. He does a compare and contrast Shaun of the Dead and their what was the freaking End of the World movie they made? The End of the World, whatever it is. And let me tell you something about Sarah Silverman. Sarah Silverman did this thing at the Video Game Awards back must have been 2007, 2008, maybe 2009. Oh, this is the end. Yes, thank you, Mr. Obama. Sarah Silverman did this thing at the Video Game Awards. Samuel L. Jackson introduces her. Please welcome the little lady with the funny mouth, with the foul mouth, Miss Sarah Silverman. She gets up on the stage and he goes, "Hey, welcome to the Nerd Awards, yay!" And she goes, "I don't know if you guys are familiar with, but I am a woman, and all you guys are." And then she starts laying into the crowd, and she starts laying into the crowd. All of you need to kill yourselves. Call of Duty, you smell like duty. She starts ripping into the crowd. They're booing her. And she stops for a second. And this is the only time I've ever seen a comedian on stage look scared. Usually when it's not going well, you just plow onto the next joke, plow onto the next joke. Sarah Silverman actually looked scared on stage. And that only tells me one thing, that she did this. She knew she was going to shock the crowd. And that she knew what she was going to do wasn't going to go over well. But at the same time, she thought that, this is going to be something, this is going to be a real feather in my cap. I'm going to show these nerds. No. She looked scared. And then she finished and she skulked off stage. And the camera went off her and they went right to the next bit. And now that footage has been scrubbed from YouTube. And it was right around the time that her stupid ass TV show was on Comedy Central. And Comedy Central and Spike TV at the time are both owned by Viacom. So obviously, Viacom did not want that footage out there, as it would be pretty damaging. And her TV show was actually terrible. Her TV show was no better than that. It was again, crass humor not for the sake of being, not for shock, for be funny and to go against the grain and satire, whatever. Crass for the sake of being crass. I'm going to say the N-word. Yay! Shut up. You're an idiot. So in that very much that way, Seth Rogen and Sarah Silverman are very much a match set. So no one for Pineapple Express. No. But what I don't understand, again, is that people at HBO Max signed off on this, unless they gave them carte blanche and said, all right, you know what? There you go. Do whatever you want, just as long as it's a Christmas special. You know what? We're sure you're going to come up with something good. This had to have been screened for somebody. Somebody had to have seen this. And I want to know what was their reaction. Somebody at Warner Brothers, HBO Max is owned by Warner Brothers. I think they're owned by Warner Brothers. What was the reaction? What was going through their minds when they watched this? I can tell you, the pitch was probably a lot different. Certainly, the pitch probably was a lot. They said, listen, we're going to do a satire. It's going to be a modern take. It's going to explore these issues. Oh, yeah, great. Okay, great. Yeah, sorry. Okay, go. Here's a bunch of money. Go. Here's a bunch of money. Go do your cartoon kid. And then when this came back, I could have imagined jaws hit the floor. They looked at each other and said, what have we done? How could we have approved this? I don't understand. I do not understand. Back in the day, they would have put the brakes on this. This probably would have never been seen. And we would have heard rumors of the great lost Seth Rogen, Sarah Silverman Christmas special. Or it might have been aired once, a la the Star Wars holiday special. Or even something like, there was a Christmas special from about Bloom County, A Wish for Wings That Worked. I saw that it was aired once. It's all they have because 2020. That's very well possible. Well, Panda Star, I always say, listen, you make Christmas movies because there's a good return on them. You write, like I said, I would say you write one good Christmas song or you come up with a Christmas special and it pays for itself. It gets aired every year. But in this case, this is going to go into the vault. But like I said, I just don't understand how this gets past the planning stage. And I understand everybody is looking for the next Rick and Morty. And back a few years ago, everybody was looking for the next South Park. And everybody was looking for the next Archer. And everybody was looking for the next Simpsons. And everybody was looking for the next Beavis and Butthead. I'm like, you're not going to repeat that kind of success. Guys like Matt and Trey come along once. And Matt and Trey are so talented that they can do anything. They could do sitcoms. They could do movies. They could do animation. They could probably write hey, listen, if they sat down and wrote a book, I'm interested in reading it. They're going into the restaurant business. They're talented enough to do that. Sarah Silverman and Seth Rogen are not Matt and Trey. They're not Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland. They are not Mike Judge. I'm not sure. Let me go take a look at that. We're talking about people that come along once. They come along once, and they're rare talents. And I understand the people, the desire to want to grab that, put that lightning in the bottle. But at the same time, this just isn't, it's not funny. The filmmaker said now he's looking for excuses. Seth Rogen has addressed critical response to Santa Inc. claiming tens of thousands. Really? Come on. The show's first, presumably only season was released in full on Thursday, December 2nd. This was majorly panned by audiences. 90% 0.6 viewers rated Santa Inc. 1 star, holds an aggregated score of 1.1 and 110, making it the lowest rated TV series in the site's history. Over Rotten Tomatoes, just 3% of viewers of the viewers that rated Santa Inc. gave it a favorable score. The site often doesn't order a tomatometer from professional critics at the time of the writing, as there currently aren't enough criteria for one. That said, journalists have been entirely kind to Rogen's claymated comedy about female elf, played by Sarah Silverman, and her ambitions to become the next. Yeah, of course, because they drank the Kool-Aid. Variety, for example, described it as a televised lump of coal. They haven't been entirely kind, rather. Said its overzealous reliance on adult humor left it feeling dour and heavy. Hollywood Reporter gave Rogen and company props for the show's timely commentary on capitalism, but said the jokes were repetitive and self-satisfied. Hitting out at the swath of negative scores, Rogen tweeted on Friday, December 3rd, that Santa Inc. had really pissed off tens of thousands of white supremacists. The filmmaker and voice of Santa Claus in the show predicted that the replies to his tweet would validate his sentiment. Of the first 50 replies, only 2 seemed to be agreeing with him. Santa Inc. also had drawn controversy prior to its release, with its trailers being targeted by alleged far-right hate groups spreading anti-Semitic comments. Majority of the show's producers cast are Jewish. As reported by the Daily Dot, several of those comments were posted by verified accounts with over 100,000 followers. Early this week, Rogen admitted he was extremely high when he sat in the front row of Adele's U.S. Television special, telling Jimmy Fallon that he and his wife smoked a ton of weed before the show, or as Seth or he calls it, Tuesday. Nope. Back in September, Emmys producers Ian Stewart and Reginald Hudlin took aim at Rogen for his comments made about the ceremony's unsafe COVID-19 protocols. Rogen criticized the size of the room and safety measures in place, saying that at one point in his monologue, "We're a hermetically sealed tent right now. I would have not come to this. Why is there a roof?" But you see, but that's the thing. He's got a built-in excuse. He's got a built-in excuse. Oh, well, it's because of white supremacists, obviously. No. How about nobody likes your humor? How about you're not funny? How about we start there? I've told jokes that bombed, but I've been able to salvage a couple laughs. There is not one laugh in this. It's unreal that this guy keeps getting work. I even said it. I don't understand why he's good. Well, he's made some hilarious movies. A lot of people think he's funny. I'm like, oh yeah, I want names. Who thinks this man is funny? Who? I want to know. You know what? I'll admit, I liked him kinda in the 40-Year-Old Virgin. But that he played to his strengths in that movie. He was third or fourth banana. They tried to make him a leading man. And he's so talented. He's so talented. I don't see it. I don't see it. Sarah Silverman thinks it's funny. It's Sarah Silverman. Let me tell you about Sarah Silverman. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a little something about Sarah Silverman there, Dawn Wanderer. Sarah Silverman has left a trail of broken comedians in her wake. She latches on to whatever comedian. Listen, she has a habit of latching on to a comedian that's on the rise. She used to date. Yeah, and it seems like whoever she used to date is never the same again. She dated Dave Attell. He hasn't been the same since. She broke up Jimmy Kimmel's marriage, allegedly. Jimmy Kimmel was a funny ass dude when he was on the Man Show. Nope. But yeah, of course, but like I said, what are you saying? All women sleep their way to the top? Not all women. Probably this woman. Really? She also dated a guy named Michael Sheen. I mean, she really, for God's sake. Hey, Sarah, look. And there she is. She's playing Call of Duty, World War II. As well as shutting down, I thought I should start playing video games. It just made sense. She quips, adding she got very into Call of Duty World War II. Yeah. Where's that clip of her on the video game awards? Call of Duty, you smell like duty. With her PS4, which she probably got for free. Really, it's. Oh, be careful. Hey, maybe we could stick her on Trevor Noah, and take care of that. I really do think that. I mean, like I said, you know what? Someone once said to me, just pretend you know what you're doing, and eventually nobody will question it anymore. That's got to be the reason. That has got to be the reason that that Seth Rogen still has a career. Pretending he knows what he's doing. Nobody questions it. Nobody questions it any longer. But at the same time, there's another old saying, you can't argue with results. There's your result right there, 3%. And now, but the thing is now, you're out of people to blame. Oh, it's white supremacists. No, it's not. You made something that's a piece of shit, and people know it. You made something bad. You know what? As big a fan of the Beatles as I am, believe me, I am. I'd be the first one to tell you if something they did sucked. Granted, I like the movie Help, but you know what? I'm not going to sit there and argue that it's a good movie, because it's not. Not a piece of shit if you're high. Well, what does that say about, again, what does that say about stoner comedy? Stoners will watch anything. That's the takeaway I get. Stoners will watch anything. You know, look, and it's obviously he modeled Santa after himself. Sarah Silverman's with resting bitch face as usual. I'm suspecting this is Maria Bamford. Pardon me. They actually make a joke about the reindeer having a three-way. Seriously, they made a joke about the reindeer having a three-way. Oh, there were no complaints. Really? And this the gold chain and the what is this? The 1990s? Worse, that's the 1980s. The tracksuit and the gold chain. What, you raided Run DMC's wardrobe? It's astounding. It really is. It's astounding how bad this was. Like I said, I watched the first episode. I watched the first episode with my buddy here, Gnome. My buddy Gnome Alaska. Look, he's speechless. He can't even believe that it's this bad. Unreal. And again, oh, look, he's going to play the ukulele. Oh, ukulele. Because that's so early 2000s. Santa Inc. Okay. Oh, out with the old, in with the elf. Yeah, there you go. Oh, for crying out loud. I'm curious to see what some of the reviews say. Alexander Rushfield creator. Well, you should be ashamed of yourself. Really, you really should be ashamed of yourself. She's going to scrub that. What else has she done? Okay, there's Alexander Rushfield, person she created. Santa Inc. Oh, Parks and Rec, In Motherhood. May I help me help you? The O'Keefe's, What I Like About You. She has a total of half a dozen credits. She worked on Parks and Rec, and then she did this. What has she done in between? I'm curious. I'm curious what she's done in between. IMDb. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Granted, Parks and Rec probably ran for a very long time. Okay, Santa Inc., Shrill, something called Shrill, never heard of it. Friends from college. What the hell is this? Love. What the? Stuck. Parks and Rec. In the Motherhood. Bad Mother's Handbook. Help Me Help You. Pool Guy. She's written. She wrote Santa Inc. and Shrill. Are these things? Friends from college. What the hell is this? Santa Inc. Friends Shrill. I don't know what any of this is. Love. What's this? Love. TV series. From Judd Apatow. Jillian Jacobs. Oh, well, I like Judd. I do like Jillian Jacobs. She was good in Community. Where did this air? Where the hell did this air? Jillian Jacobs is good, but where did that air? I don't know. So my buddy Gnome here is Judd Apatow is another guy. He sets up cameras for his friends. He hires his friends. He sets up cameras, and they improv and they hope to film something funny, which they usually don't. It says Netflix. Okay, that's why I didn't. Oh, Netflix. Okay. Let's see. Shrill. Where did that air? Shrill. Hulu. So 80 looks 80 Bryant from SNL. So it's pretty much. So look. So this thing Shrill. It stars 80 Bryant, which pretty much is a self-insert for her. It looks exactly like her. Yeah, it's a self-insert. It's a blatant self-insert. Okay. Well, she writes for streaming services. People will watch or not. Yeah, we'll never know the numbers. That's true. Gnome is still traumatized from watching Santa Inc. Yeah, he is. He's speechless. He's utterly speechless. Oh, for God's sake. It's unfathomable, really. The other thing, God. And this is the hell that's my life. I wish these people would go self-insert themselves. Yeah. Would make my grandpa's woke nonsense. The only Judd I know made Formula One engines in the 80s and 90s. They were shit Dollar Tree engines for the worst teams. Well, you know the old saying, you get what you pay for. By the way, who's on top in the Formula One standings? Red Bull still dominating? Let me see. F1 standings. Yeah, Red Bull. Lewis Hamilton is currently in second. Bottas, Perez, Red Bull is 1 and 4. Ferrari is coming in 5th. McLaren, Mercedes. So it's Red Bull, Mercedes, Red Bull. Try to watch a race this morning. I kept red flagging. And oh God. Santa Inc., man. So what else we got to talk about? You want to talk a little Star Trek? Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton are the same points, but one race left. Winner takes all in Dubai. in Abu Dhabi. I was following F1 pretty closely for a while. It was interesting. Oh, the cat is wanting to see what's going on here. Let me see. Hey, buddy. Oh, we're being kitty bombed here. The cat wanted to say hi. So anyway, let's put Gnome back. There's the cat. Cattail right behind Gnome. Being kitty bombed. So what do you say we talk a little Star Trek? Create a banner. Hey, this is new. Create a banner. Let's create a banner. Let's try doing this on the fly. Okay, let's try this. Add banner. Ticker. Okay, let's do that. Let's see this. We don't get this kind of production here on Ticker. Let's see. Hey, see that? Hey, check that out. So what do you say? Do we want to talk a little Star Trek Discovery? You want to do a little Trek, This Week in Trek? Oh my God. Pirate Space Ninjas, guys. I'm not kidding around when I say that. Star Trek Discovery has Pirate Space Ninjas. Forget about why they're using bladed weapons in the 31st century. Just the fact that there's Pirate Space Ninjas. Really, it's just... It's mind-boggling. Who comes up with this? Seriously, who comes up with this? You can call them whatever you want. They're Quatmalot. No, they're Pirate Space Ninjas. And everybody cries. And everybody talks about their feelings. Still, Pirate Space Ninjas. You know, again, I've watched some dumb shit in my time. But this is really, seriously, this is, I mean, and they had to get Michael Burnham's mom to bail her out again. Oh, they're the Quatmalot. Like, no, they're Pirate Space Ninjas. They are Pirate Space Ninjas. There you go. There's Mommy Burnham. With the all-female Pirate Space Ninjas. And there's some dumb subplot about finding a lost cause and these guys and these assholes here and the mind meld. And there's Anthony Rapp, this idiot, and there's and they put all the gay characters together. They segregate all the gay characters. Yeah, way to go. Pirate Space Ninjas, guys. Just look how bad that wig is. All the money went to effects. Listen, I can barely tell you what this was about. But at one point, Doug Jones's character Saru sits down with Tilly, and she's trying macaroni and cheese, and she spits it out. And she's, oh, I'm trying some things that are out of my comfort zone. And I'm like, what out of your comfort zone? And she's like, she doesn't like mac and cheese. I'm like, I hate saying this about her because Mary Weissman seems like a sweet woman. You know, she's a sweet young lady. I'm like, you don't like mac. There's nothing this woman doesn't like. It really is. I mean, for God's sake. Mary Weissman is, it makes me sad. It makes me sad what's happened to Mary Weissman. It really does. They're calling a landmark episode. How is this? How is this a landmark episode? After a fast-paced start to season 4, Tuesday pumps the brakes a bit as the season's focus turns inward to its characters. Everybody cries. That's what turning is. Everybody cries. We get some remarkable character moments as well as an intriguing, nearly standalone sci-fi plot with the backdrop of the season. Oh, for God's sake. They have a problem. Mikey Spock solves it. That's what it is. The episode opens with a deadly... No, why can't someone else solve a problem on this show? Why? Everybody stands around. Boy, I sure wish Mikey Spock would solve this problem. The episode opens with a deadly attack in the USS Queen's practice to get the lithium. Book doing assailants, real as rogue Quat Malat agents, sect Ramen warrior nuns. Oh, for God's sake. You know, just unbelievable. Gabriel Burnham. Yeah, Michael and Gabriel, the two archangels. Tasha only captured Giovanni. Determining what she needs the lithium for. Federation made no. It's so boring. Making things more complicated, though, is the fact that Gabriel has a personal connection to Giovanni. Tells daughter Giovanni was one that helped acclimate the future to arrive. Burnham team tracked the lithium uninhabited moon. Giovanni protects something beneath the moon's surface. Yada yada. I don't care. Doug Jones is the only person in this thing. In this god awful thing that's close to a Star Trek character. Yeah, they try to make her look like T'Pol, but they failed. Like I said, the they thems. Okay, you know what? It's a question. As it stands, Choose to Live is a fantastic entry in this season, not because it's flashy or action-packed, because it gives movie characters like, what are you talking about? Click here to comment. What the hell are you talking about? It's pirate stations. What the hell are you babbling about? What the hell are you babbling about? Pirate space ninjas. How is this even a thing? Why is anyone using bladed weapons in the 31st century? Okay, well. Okay, we'll fill that in later. Oh, Christ's sake. For fuck's sake. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. Unfreaking believable. So anyway, guys. That was This Week in Trek. Just play the bumper. All right. I've been told that this is not the most popular part of the show, so I am going to run down the scores now. Again, because it is people don't like it. If I can find the scores, let's see. So, time for, like I said, we're saving sports at the end of the show. I know nobody cares, but I do. So, there. It's my show, so I get to do it. Cowboys over the Saints on Thursday night, 27-17. Colts over the Texans. Vikings losing to the Lions. Giants losing badly to the Dolphins. Damn it. Buccaneers over the Falcons. Eagles over the Jets. Cardinals over the Bears. Chargers over the Bengals. Rams destroying the Jaguars 37-7. The Washington people collectively engaging in football-like activities team over the Raiders 17-15. Steelers losing to the Ravens. Seahawks over the 49ers. Broncos and the Chiefs are later today. Patriots play the Bills on Monday night. So those are your scores. So let's close this out with a little animal news. A bit of a palate cleanser. Let me see if I can find it here. Okay, for fuck's sake. Oh yeah, and the worst thing about Seth Rogen is he's going to be doing Darkwing Duck. That thing came out last year. So, yeah, we're going to have a little bit of animal news to cleanse the old palate. For God's sake. Longmont photographer wins big with Ninja Prairie Dog. Check him out. Oh, for God's sake, this thing. If it ever loads. Longmont, Art Trevino takes wildlife photography seriously, but recent 1 in a million photo took the seriousness out of his hobby. Everything just lined up perfectly to get this shot, Trevino said. He described the scene back in March after a big snowstorm. He was photographing eagles in a snow-covered field. I'm clicking away and followed him all the way to the ground, he said, about the eagle, which was hunting a prairie dog. That's when the unexpected happened, and Art caught it on camera. Prairie dog turns around and actually lunges at the eagle. Tiny mammal's paws were up, its claws were out. In true David and Goliath matchup, he was actually going to attack this eagle. I couldn't believe it, Art said. In all my years of photographing, this was a 1 in a million shot. First came the reaction to the photo. Without exception, everybody laughs. That's the reaction, he said. Then the recognition. A photo titled Ninja Prairie Dog took home honors at the International Comedy Wildlife Photography Awards. I didn't know there was such a thing. Top of the Creatures Land category. Denver 7 asked Art where the photo ranks from. Number 1, obviously. I've taken hundreds of pictures of raptors and eagles and wildlife. Some are funny, some are unique. If I never get another shot like this, I'll be satisfied. I'll die a happy guy. Art said, as for the prairie dog in the photo, just inches away from the eagle, it did not die. Lunging at the eagle gave the prairie dog enough time to scurry off and escape into one of his burrows, Art said. But like I said, so we can open image in new tab. Let me see if I can get that on there. Okay. Okay, there we go. Oh, yes. Happy Festivus. Thank you very much. So there it is. Look, The ninja prairie dog. And you escaped here. Oh, really? Oh, hold on. Let me see if we can find that. Let me see. Ooh. Okay. Oh, wait. That's. Oh, that looks like it's from a while ago, Sandra Hammerslag. How recent is that news? Happy Sinterklaas. Yes. Hey, I am a person of the world, okay? Happy Sinterklaas. No, this weekend. Oh, really? Okay, let me see that. Okay. Let me see if I can find that. Oh, there it is. I think that's it. Is this it? Well, there's a escaped emu in Montrose County. I'm trying to find it. I can't seem to find it. Oh, in Leimberg. Okay, in Leimberg. Okay, let me see if I can find that. Leimberg. Let me see. Fine. I'm having trouble finding the story. I'm having trouble finding this. Well, if you can find it, you can send it to me. But I'm having trouble finding this story. Never trust the emu. They are big dopes and they'll drink all of your liquid soap. I'm having trouble finding the story. Yeah, so if you could send it to me, I much appreciate it. You can put the link in the chat, I think. So, okay. Well, anyway, I'm having trouble finding that story, and I'm sure I'll find it by the next. Hold on. Emus on the loose in Dutchess County. No, that's not it. Let me try rewording escaped emu. No, okay, I still can't find it. There is a plague. Apparently, I'm seeing all these escaped emu things. There is a plague of escaped emus. Well, okay. We are anyway. So, okay, it is 6:07. I am going to sign off right about now. We've been at this for about an hour. I'd like to thank everyone. If you have any funny animal stories, be sure to send them along to me on Twitter. I'm the only robot Shlomo on Twitter. You can check. I'm working on getting monetized. I got to do all the fun stuff associated with that, and that's a whole other headache. So everyone out there, please never trust an emu. Everybody, to all my Dutch listeners, happy Sinterklaas. And we are gonna check you out next time. So until then, stay safe, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will
Catch you later.